Hello, Kim Townsel here. Just a quick video to add what I left off of my previous two videos about the Strong's Battle of the Beast competition for October 2016, where I got my third one of these. When I went to the gym tonight, people were asking me some questions, and I realized I left some things off of my previous videos about exactly what I did for training for the week and my diet and what I did the day of the meet. So this video will try to wrap those things up. Real powerlifters take the week off after a meet, but I'm a lightweight and I don't really tax my central nervous system that much. So Monday night, tonight I went in and did like a 30-minute leg circuit without the squats, which is great, and an hour of yoga. So that's about as taking off of a Monday as it's going to get. I have an interview tomorrow night, and I teach class on Wednesday night, so I won't get back into the gym until Thursday night, and then I'll try to do something probably Friday and Saturday as well. I made some talking points this time, so maybe I won't forget things. But the week of the meet, the Monday night before the meet, I went in and did the squat, bench, and deadlift. I just did 3 sets of each with light weight, and then I did an hour of yoga. Then I didn't train on Tuesday night or Wednesday night for the same reasons that I won't be in the gym this week. And then Thursday night I went in and did a 30-minute circuit, just a little bit of like arms, back, shoulder, abs, legs, and then I did an hour of yoga. Then I ate normally last week before the meet, except for Tuesday night I went to an advisory committee meeting and they served us good down-home country food, and I ate some of that. And then Wednesday we had at my employment a Wellness Wednesday, which we had a really great meal, and it was under 600 calories, so it didn't mess up my eating plan or anything like that. Then Friday morning I got up and I only had a cup of coffee. I went down to Gold's Gym and weighed in on our scales, and I was up some. So I went to the sauna for 3 different sections, came back out and weighed to see what I was perspiring out in the sauna. I got down to 14.2 and decided that the 2-hour drive to Tuscaloosa would take care of that, which it did. Once I got to Strong's Gym in Tuscaloosa, I weighed in, I was fine. Then I went to see if I could check into my hotel. It wasn't ready yet. I went to McAllister's and got a chicken top salad, ate that with some unsweetened tea. Went to my room, rested a little bit, took a nap actually. Then I woke up and my whole thing was just to stay low key, have some solitude. And I went to Logan's, I think it was, that night, and got a ribeye and a sweet potato, and then I went and got some frozen yogurt because I love frozen yogurt. And then I came home and got into bed early and got plenty of rest. The day of the meet, I got up and had breakfast at Microtel, met some awesome people there, and I just had like 2 eggs, 2 sausage links. I had some juice to mix up with my creatine because that stuff tastes terrible. And I hardly ever eat bagels anymore with cream cheese, so I had a bagel with cream cheese because I didn't really have any good carb choices there anyway. Then when I got to Strong's, the warm-ups that I did, we had to warm up on the floor. I just did 2 sets of squats, and I did a full wheel like we do in yoga because that pops my back. The first one I did, I went behind the bleachers because most powerlifters don't do things like that, and people just look at me funny. Before the bench, I just did 2 sets warm-ups with the bench, and you can see on the video that I uploaded yesterday that my right shoulder just gave out on me on my 3rd bench attempt. It wasn't going to do anything. I just matched my February record. Then for my deadlift, I did 2 sets of warm-ups with I think 135, maybe the second 155, and I did a full wheel, and this time I didn't have time to go behind the bleachers, so I just did it on the floor there. But that always stretches my back and pops my back, and that's the only warm-up I did. People were telling me to go ahead and try to do more for the squat and the bench, but I knew it wasn't going to happen, and my deadlift is my best lift, and I wanted to try to break my American record and conserve my energy for that, that was my plan, and that's what I did. I ended up setting a new American record on my 2nd deadlift, and then the 3rd deadlift I broke that, and then they gave me a 4th since it was an American record, and then I topped that at 190, a little over 198 pounds, which was my goal. If I had not succeeded on my deadlift, I would have been just disappointed in myself for the whole rest of the year until I do another competition. The day of the meet, I really didn't eat that much. I wasn't that hungry. During the meet, I scraped off, during the competition, I scraped off the top of a piece of pizza and threw the crust away because that's really all I care about is the meat and cheese. I ate a little piece of Baby Bell cheese. After the meet was over, I had taken 2 pieces of bread and 2 packs of peanut butter and 2 packs of jelly from breakfast from my hotel and made myself a big fat peanut butter and jelly sandwich and ate that with a chocolate protein shake. And I had another chocolate protein shake sometime during the meet. So I really never got that hungry that day. And then on the way home from the meet, I stopped in Birmingham and stopped at the frozen yogurt place and got another big, huge tub of frozen yogurt for myself. One thing, I don't need a lot of drama to get me all pumped up when I do a competition. I don't need to get like angry. I don't need to get, I just don't need to do all that. I just walk up there and I do what I've trained to do. However, when I come to the deadlift, I do think about the person who drugged me several years ago and ended up dislocating my elbow and putting me into a cast, which made my arm not straighten, which was the reason why I got into powerlifting. I got back there and deadlifted to straighten my elbow out. So before I go up to that deadlift bar, I do remember that, and I'm not thinking about forgiving that person. I have an image in my head, and that's what I always think about for just a split second before I deadlift. I probably need to do that before I bench and squat because it seems to be effective. So that's pretty much what I do. I did add some supplements to this training cycle that I didn't have in the training cycle before February, but I'll talk about those in a different video because it's going to make this one too long. But I think the things that helped me the most during the day of the meet was I drank monster drinks. I had like 3 of those during the meet, and those just worked for me. They got me through driving from Gadsden to Tuscaloosa from my graduate school, kept me awake. I used to drink those for my pre-workout, and I actually think that they do better for me than doing athletic type pre-workouts. So I'm going to go back to that because it just seemed very effective and helped me the day of the competition, and I think it's going to help me again as I'm doing my training and whatnot in the gym. So I'm going to go back to my beloved monster drinks. These are my favorite. Thanks for watching, and I've got to give a shout out to some people. Thank you, Jane, for being the best yoga teacher ever, and thank you to James and Judy for always making me laugh. Cheryl, I missed you tonight. I'll hope to see you next week. And Bella's going to crawl me out because this is the oldest thing I have to work out in, and yes, I made a video in it, but I've got to hurry up because my soup's on the stove and I've got to eat. So thank you guys all for watching and supporting me in all my crazy endeavors. Next time. I think my soup is ready. Check out my protein foods playlist. I have several items in there that I use to maximize my protein intake and stabilize my caloric intake. I'll keep adding some more to that because I've got some great recipes.